I talk and post about Ukagaka a lot, and I've uploaded some videos of them in action to this channel before, but I'm not sure if I've ever just made a general video about what they actually are. So for those confused or intrigued by the entire idea, here's a brief overview. There are a few different terms for what I'm going to be talking about, the primary one being Ukagaka, but Nanika is another. The third, which is the one I'll be using for this video, is ghost. All three terms, there could be more, these are the three I'm aware of, are technically correct, but ghost will work for now. A ghost is a character, or a set of characters, that sit on your desktop and do things. What those things are depends on the ghost itself. They are incredibly customizable, and every ghost is different. A ghost can be pretty much anything that Ghost's creator wants it to be, but generally what ghosts do is talk to you, or their partner if they have one. They're meant to be something like a companion, or a toy that you can play with. Ghosts are a Japanese otaku thing, as you've probably guessed, and as such the vast majority of them are in Japanese. Not all of them, but most of them. Because ghosts are very heavily text-based and often rely on a lot of obscure in-jokes or slang, translating them can be a daunting task, so it's rare that you'll find one in more than one language. Ghosts can be written in any language, though, provided the creator knows how to put a ghost together. Ghosts are run with a baseware program, which in most cases is going to be SSP. SSP is a completely free, ad-free, very lightweight program that you can download at ssp.shillist.net. While the site is in Japanese, SSP itself can be set to English very easily, so don't be afraid to give ghosts a try even if you can't speak Japanese at all. SSP is what actually runs the ghosts. You can think of it a bit like SSP is the game console, and the ghosts are the cartridges you can plug into the console. Ghosts themselves are free too, by the way. At least I haven't encountered one you have to pay for yet. I suppose they could be out there. Comparisons to BonziBuddy are inevitable, and yes, BonziBuddy was also a character who'd sit on your desktop and talk to you and such. However, while BonziBuddy has a reputation for hidden spyware and adware, as far as I know, SSP is completely safe. Ghosts involve a lot of direct, hands-on creativity, and the support and knowledge that comes with an experienced community. You're not going to have a forum full of people speculating about how they're going to program their BonziBuddy to play Triple Triad from FF8, for example, or asking for help to get their nested arrays to make their item system of their BonziBuddy work, or asking others to download their unique custom BonziBuddy to look for bugs in the sleeping system, or people offering to make new shells for other people's BonziBuddies. All of these things happen in the Ghost community, by the way, just out of a mutual fascination for these little toys. BonziBuddy just is what it is, while SSP provides more of a foundation for a creator to make something unique using its specific tools, all of which have been pretty extensively documented in Japanese. It just feels like it'd be harder to slip adware into something like SSP without anyone noticing, but it's up to you whether you want to take the chance on SSP or not. For what it's worth, I've been using it for years and never had any kind of issue with it. While SSP runs the ghosts, the coding of the actual ghost itself is up to that ghost developer. There are a number of different coding languages for ghosts, which I won't go into here. I touch on them a little in my walkthrough site, I'll link to it in the description. So what a ghost does is only really limited by the developer's programming capabilities. Many English ghosts have a standard set of functions, including fixing your computer's clock, checking how many emails you have, setting an image as your wallpaper, and being able to check for updates and update themselves if the developer has set up hosting for their ghost properly. All of these things only happen if you tell the ghost to do it though, if you're concerned. The last thing anyone in the community wants is for people to be scared a ghost will hurt their computer and not download them, believe me. Making a ghost takes an enormous amount of time, so a developer wants you to download and play with their ghost more than anything. I've never seen a malicious ghost. I actually don't know how malicious a ghost can be, but I can see why people would be scared of such a thing given BonziBuddy's reputation. Ghosts are such a small community where almost everyone knows each other though, so if anyone did make a harmful one, everyone else would come down on them hard. But if you're really concerned, only download ghosts from people you trust, and make sure that you download them from posts specifically by that person. For example, if you wanted my Gaster ghost, you should download it from posts I personally have made about him, or my site I made for him that I link to, and not like some weird fishy looking site I've never talked about or mentioned, uploaded by some username you don't recognize. Just show a little bit of care and you'll be fine. Anyway, as mentioned, what a ghost can do depends on that ghost. Many of them can check email and all that kind of thing, but that's not all. Some ghosts are music players, like FLELE, and others just have a music player included, like Azura or Underfell Sands. Some have little mini-games included, like this blackjack game from Taromati, or this hangman game from Dust and Obsidian, or this balloon popping game from Elson. Many ghosts also have a relationship system, where you can gain a ghost's trust and friendship, or love, over time. Some ghosts' relationship systems can be very complex, but others are simple little things. A lot of ghosts will allow you to touch them, so to speak, with your cursor. Almost all ghosts have the ability to let you pet them on their head, which they'll react to depending on their personality. They may have other hotspots on their bodies though, like their face, or their boobs, or their ears, or what have you. Many, but not all of them, also have the ability to hit the ghost by double-clicking their face, although for some of them, double-clicking is interpreted as booping their nose, or pointing at something to ask the ghost about it. This again depends on the ghost, so you want to read up about their features before you pick one up. Some ghosts may have other features too, like frames for picking them up, or reactions to scrolling your mouse wheel on them. Others might be able to check the weather, or keep track of when to take your medication for you, or remind you of events, or to drink water, or encourage you when you're sad, or tell you your fortune, or play Magic 8-Ball. And I think I saw one that was basically an entire RPG at one point, which is amazing. Some ghosts may have different shells, which change the appearance of the ghost but not their actual coding. Hop, for example, has 2 different shells, and Jockey does as well. FLELE is a single ghost that has many, many different shells made by various people, because who doesn't want their favorite character to sing songs to them? You might have heard of FLELE even if you've never heard of Ukagaka ghosts, even though FLELE isn't a Ukagaka ghost. When people talk about downloading FLELEs, often what they mean is downloading a new shell for FLELE, so even the ghost's appearance can be super customizable without changing the base coding. So, to review, ghosts are a free little downloadable toy that'll put a character, or characters, on your desktop you can interact with in various ways. Usually they'll talk to you or their partner, and usually you can pet them, and usually they can do little small things around your computer if you ask them. They are, like most toys, little pointless diversions, but there's an astonishing variety of them that can all do so many different things. I find them fascinating personally. If you're curious, you should give ghosts a try. There's a number of ghosts in English nowadays, along with my own, which makes me very happy. You can find them at the Dream Team Tumblr, and some of them in the Ukagaka web ring. That's right, there's a web ring. If you want to make one yourself, and anyone can make a ghost if you're willing to put in the work, I wrote up a big tutorial site explaining how to do it. If you do decide to check some ghosts out, let their creators know. Their creators pour their hearts and souls into their ghosts. They are very much labors of love, and they love to hear feedback from you about them. This video answered any questions you may have had about ghosts, and I hope you decide to check them out in the future.